Hi guys, Nick Dinsdale from NCD Equipment, making another little video here with the Norcar a7545 tracked compact loader. I'm ad-libbing this, so apologies if it sounds rubbish. But anyway, the a7545 is a 45 horsepower articulated compact loader, working closely with Norcar UK and More End Limited. Andy Cox down there. We're now becoming the dealer on the east of the country. Andy Cox develops the track systems, and what can I say, these machines are just bloody awesome. As you can see here, they are slightly different to the competitors in the compact loader market. A couple of the big points which I absolutely love about this machine is the fact that you sit on the rear. The fact that you sit on the rear gives you the ability to have a look at everything which is going on in front of you. You know where your rear is, so when you're turning, you're on it, so you don't sort of turn to the side, and next thing you know, your arse ends hitting a tree next to you. The other thing I really like about it is the fact that within the articulation, you have an oscillation within the in the articulation. So when you are going over uneven ground, the front sort of rolls independently to the back. So you're always constantly having four wheels or tracks on the ground to give you the best traction. So, but anyway, here we are. We're on a job, doing a little bit of a job here for a friend of mine. They had a big pine tree which they had to cut down. Limited accent. It was going across across somebody's lawn. So we brought the Norcar down just to show what it can do. And this video goes on for about 12 minutes. But hey, I thought I'd keep it long just so that we can show you what you can actually do within about 12 minutes. As you can see here, I'm going up to the main trunk of this tree. They estimated this was probably about sort of 1.8 to 2 tons. We struggle with it a little bit, but there's also a huge crown at the end, and there's a big chunk of wood which is kind of buried in the ground, and also got some other timber on it. So I reckon if we had the weight on the back and we never had that noggin on the end, we'd probably pick it up. But as you can see here, we pick up the crown part. You can see the bit of wood which was hanging off the end. Once we sort of grab hold of it, pull it out of the wood, there's absolutely no problems at all. You can see here as well, I mean, okay, we're getting a little bit of scuff in there where I'm turning, but it's all just surface damage. We're not sinking in at all. Where we have scuffed it up a little bit was pretty much where all the pines were anyway, and then we're travelling across the lawn, and we're not, considering the amount of rain we've had, we have not made an indent into that at all. It's just a little bit of surface damage. Go over that with the rake and the blowers, and it's almost as good as new. Bear in mind the tracked Norcar, the a7545T, is weighing only about 2.2 tons. So when you've got the footprint of the tracks, she pretty much can go anywhere. With that holding that piece of wood, that's probably getting close to about a ton. So you've got 3 tons going across the lawn, and we've hardly even made an imprint into it. The guys who we were doing the work for were absolutely amazed by it. They thought it was brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Overall, as you can see here again with the tracks, it just pretty much takes this machine everywhere. Another thing which I like about Norcar is the fact that it's completely made out of metal. You've got no plastic on it at all. The front frame, the articulation frame, the front part where the loader is, it very much symbolises the same sort of configurations which you get onto your articulated loaders. It's like now if you actually Google articulated telehandlers or articulated loading shovels, pretty much 99% of them you're sat on the rear of them. And again, this is just built like a tank. I think the main guys in Norcar actually call this the tanker mini loaders. After spending a bit of time on it, I can understand why. As you can see here now, we're tackling the second big bit of the trunk. Absolutely no problems at all. This machine, I did stall it then, but that's more down to my just still getting the feel of this machine. But what can I say? That is definitely getting on for a ton there, and she hardly imprints it at all. Anyway, I'll stop rabbiting on for a little while, let you enjoy the footage. Speaking of it. just like to give a little bit of a shout out to my dad there, who's on the camera, on the drone. Got to be fair play to him. This is only the second time he's ever flown it, so apologies for any joltiness in the camera move action. But as you can see here now, I'm sort of like being a little bit selective, trying to not stick the tines in the ground. But with the versatility and the power of this little Norcar, you can just use the grapple to scoot down, pick up the bits of wood, and you've not dug it in and made some anti-tank tracks. Another little, I guess you get that with you're just down to the operator, I suppose. But the other thing which I really like about this is because you're sat on the back, and I keep going back to this sitting on the back malarkey, because sitting on the back, when you turn, your front turns in. So normally when you sit on the front end loaders, when you turn, it's your arse end which turns, so you can't actually sort of manipulate the front of the loader as well as what you can when you sit on the back and it turns, if that makes sense. There's a great little clip should come up in a minute where you see me trying to knock out a piece of wood which is stuck in the ground about a metre. And what I'm doing is I'm just using the tie and just knocking it backwards and forwards, but you can see how having the front articulation makes it easier to sort of wiggle around, if that makes sense. That's a good friend of mine there, Nick Holton, coming in to do his piece. Yeah, as you can see here, so we've got this piece of wood. When they cut it, it's stuck in the ground about probably the best part of about nearly a metre actually. So I'm just trying to loosen it up with the tines, but you can see there I've got great visibility looking down, just literally just nudging it either way. Dunk. Stick the tine in a little bit, just give it a little bit of loving, and then we put the strap around it and just pulled it straight out. Well, once we didn't, once it managed to hold on to it with a bit of tight, then we pulled it out. Alright, it's like watching paint dry a bit sometimes, but hey, be patient, the good part's coming. There we go, bish bash bosh. Grab the last little bit, and then we have a little bit of a flyover, just to show, just to sort of go over and actually get a bit of a close-up of how well she sort of coped on the actual ground. That is literally just surface damage there. If anything, we scuffed up that bit at the top where all the pines are, makes it even better. But even if you were getting onto sort of troubled land, you could actually sort of stick up a few bits of plyboard down there if you wanted to, where you wanted to turn. But actually going across the lawn, yeah, okay, you've got a couple of brown marks, but that grass will grow back fairly soon, especially with the amount of rain we've had. Give it a little bit of a sprinkle, and it's all good to go. Just like to say thank you very much for watching. This is Nick Dinsdale from NCD Equipment, sole importer of the TMK tree shears and now dealer for Norcar. These are absolutely phenomenal pieces of kit. What we try to do is we try to just get involved with bits of kit we believe in and we operate and actually can understand. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Any interest, give us a look up our I can't even speak now. Check out the website www.ncdequipment.com, or we're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it, we're trying to be there. So speak to you soon, guys. Cheers.